Hello lovelies, today I've got a video of really exciting different perfumes that will make you stand out. If you love something a bit different, something a bit like, ooh, do I like it? But it's so good that I do, then definitely keep on watching and welcome back if you have already subscribed. If you haven't, I encourage you to do so. And I've got a tag here, like what the heck? I have to cut it off anyway. Let's go to the first fragrance that is super unique, super different, and will make you stand out in a crowd, will make you stand out to anybody, like in your office. I think this is such a unique fragrance. This is a new Byredo fragrance. It's called Delos Santos. And guys, this is so good. This is herbal, kind of medicinal, woody. It also smells like black tea. It's got a bit of a lactic quality as well, so a bit of a roundness. It makes my mouth like physically water. It's so just good and hypnotizing. To me, this is an extremely sexy fragrance in like a non-sexy way, because this is not sweet, not fruity, not like heavy vanilla, but for some reason this is like a super sexy fragrance, like powerful, womanly sort of a scent. Just give it a try. If you like your drier, woodier scents like Santal 33, then you would absolutely appreciate this fragrance. It's just to die for. It's so underrated. I smelled it and I bought it straight away, and I don't do it that often because I've got a lot of fragrances and a lot of on my wish list as well. Next up, a fragrance that will make you totally stand out is this one from Fragrance Du Bois, Oud Noir, from their Oud collection. I mean, this fragrance, there is something special about it. It's super woody, dry, but then it's got this bruisiness to it, especially in the opening, and then it kind of becomes like dark chocolate without any sweetness, like a bit of bitterness even, and then woodiness. It's so special. And this fragrance is for those of you that like don't like your sweet fragrances, or you maybe enjoy your sweet fragrances but want to have a couple that just cut for the sweetness. I just love wearing this because it's so like a fragrance that people wouldn't normally associate with me. I'm quite shy and like, I know that I talk to the camera and loads of people, but I'm quiet and introverted usually, and this is like a boss sort of a lady fragrance, and it's so different. So I mean, if you want to stand out in the crowd, this is definitely the way to do it. It's such a different fragrance, and I love the quality in this one as well. Next up, we've got a romantic fragrance that is very different, and it is DKNY Savacros. This scent, it's to die for. It's like this sugary, pretty pink rose, but then it's got tobacco in here, which makes it even take on this like coffee sort of a nuance. So it's super delicious. It's a sweet, romantic fragrance, but then it's not your normal rosy rose scent. It is a very intriguing rose. It is delicious, but it's not what you would expect, and that's why I love this one. And this one definitely will make you stand out. Like if you've got a lot of friends who wear a lot of fragrances because they love it as well, this is something that they would not necessarily know about, and it's something that really will pique their interest as well, which I love. I love fragrance as conversational starters. I love using fragrance that way, so this is a great one to do that. Just that. Next up, we've got a Initio scent, and this one just like nearly makes me cry when I smell it. It's so good. It's the Musk Therapy. This is like your black currant, musky vanilla, kind of smells like a blackcurrant yogurt. It's very soft. It's like a safe space. I almost feel like a child when I wear this, It is so comforting and so chic, very different as well. So you'll definitely stand out in a crowd when you wear this, and you'll not be smelling boring. Like, definitely not boring. This is so unique and very special. Next up, I thought I would give this list a bit of a twist with a layering combo that I think is very special, and it's perfect. I discovered it not too long ago, and I think this is just a killer. So Oud Noir, this is the Eau de Toilette, and the BDK Rouge Smoking fragrance. Together, they pair perfectly. So BDK Rouge Smoking is unique and very different in its own right. This is like your spicy kind of chewing bubble gum sort of a scent. It's sexy, it's fresh, but with that spiciness, it's really different. And then when you pair it with a spicy vanilla, they're both sweet but very light at the same time, and they just smell to die for. Absolutely hypnotic together. So if you've got them both, try it, and if you don't, like, try it still, because I'm so excited about this one. Like, I'll wear this combo a lot. It's so good. Next up is again something so different, and this is probably the most fragrance that I love and hate at the same time in my collection. It's called Sebastian from Carine Roitfelt. This is a tuberose, but it's not your basic tuberose. This is a tuberose and then like some cigarette smoke and woodiness and mossiness. It smells very green and kind of like you're in the middle of the forest. It's so different. Tuberose usually is done like in a sexy way, but this tuberose is like, it's just something else. It's sexy, but in this like super odd way, and I love it for it. It's challenging, but in the best way. And I think if you love tuberose, you'll be like,
ooh, I didn't know tuberose could be done in this way.
And you will absolutely love it. So try it out. Next up, we've got a fragrance that is a bit more of a safe stand out of the crowd sort of a scent, but still I think it's just different still. It's Remember Me from JOVOY. It's their own brand. JOVOY is a humongous niche boutique founded in Paris, and this scent is sweet, it's girly, but it's so opulent and intense, and it's got this cup of milk sort of a quality to it, which makes it just so Moorish and edible. I want to eat this. It smells like sugar, like sweets, and then a cup of milk in there with some spices. It's an intense sillage experience when you wear it. It's so cocooning and so just like in your face, but in the best way. Like you want more of it. So to me, this is totally like a standout fragrance, but more of a fragrance that people will also love, but you'll still stand out because this is non-basic still. Let me know what is your number one fragrance that you use to stand out in a crowd. Subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you very soon.